So that's where you're starting to lose me, because I'm just like, what's the point of this pack? Like, why am I buying this pack? Because I assume you guys are going to make it all immersive and I could visit my neighbors whenever I want without the loading screens. Again, yes, the loading screens are going to be small. They probably won't even feel that like bad, but it still kind of breaks the immersion. So do you guys get like where I'm going with this? Like, I'm trying to understand what's the point of this pack. It feels like The Sims 4 is just a mistake, you know? It's like every time like I get hyped for something with this game, like it always just kind of like, it always just feels kind of like too good to be true. Again, I'm not surprised and I'm not upset. I'm just tired. You know what I mean? I'm just tired, man. I'm tired of the BS. I'm tired of all this shit. You know, it's The Sims 4, bro. This is it. This is the experience. What is up, guys? This is your voice Superior Sim. If you have some more information regarding The Sims 4, if you guys like news, updates, and discussions, please hit the sub button. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. I also do have an affiliate link with Instant Gaming. If you guys are buying the For Rent pack, well, I don't know if you will be after this. You guys can use my link in the description. They'll get a small discount and it does support me. Without further ado, let's get into the content. Okay, so there's been a lot of controversy. What else is new with The Sims 4? So heading on over to Twitter, SimGuru Ninja posted, in residential rentals you'll see one active unit at a time along with all shared spaces. If you click on a neighbor's door, that unit will become the active one, very much like City Living. Then another Twitter user responded saying, please say this is without loading screens. Then the official Sims Twitter finally confirmed what was going on with the loading screens. They tweeted saying, to optimize this pack's performance for all players and in line with the current technology seen in The Sims 4 City Living, you're able to see shared spaces and your own unit. However, there's a small load time as you travel to enter homes of other units. So if you guys are still confused, basically, if you want to travel to other units that are on the same lot, you have to go through a small loading screen. And if I'm not confusing what SimGuru Ninja was saying earlier, you can only see one active unit at a time. So it will be visible, like you can see what they're doing, but it's only one at a time. There has been a lot of back and forth whether or not this was a good idea for them to do. A lot of people were asking beforehand too, are there going to be loading screens with the units with these new lot types? And we didn't get any response, and the new gameplay trailer that released didn't really explain that either. So a lot of people do kind of feel like it was a little bit misleading. Now there was a bunch of responses to like this news. I'm just gonna jump around from like this different tweets and kind of just talk and share my opinions and thoughts. Please comment down below your thoughts and opinions on this whole situation, and of course I'm going to have mine in a second. Now looking at some of these comments here, we have one by the Yorkshire Joe. Shout out to her. She said, people are having a meltdown about loading screens when their loading screens are about 20 seconds long. Feel for the PS4/Xbox players whose loading screens are about 5 to 10 minutes. That's insane, bro. Remember, there a comment here by X Urban Sim saying, despite the fact that The Sims 4 has never been an open world and in City Living, to switch to a different household/apartment, there was a loading screen. Were we really caught off guard by this? Then Ocean Sims, another content creator, responded saying, for real, I think it's such a reach to think at this stage in the game open world should or could be implemented. We have another one here by Nando. It says, it's not a big deal to me. Switching from one house to another makes sense to have loading screens as it needs to load different processes. That being said, I'm certain you can interact with Sims just like with their apartments by knocking on their doors. Also, to add on that, they did say any area that you make a shared space, you will see the Sims. Then we want here by Mo. He says, I know everyone is trying to be easygoing and understanding of why this is a thing. Why maybe loading up to 40 Sims per lot would be laggy, but it's still an inconvenience. It's still worse than what we had before The Sims 2 apartment life yet again, and it's still disappointing. We have another comment here by Culture Passion. He says, we have to stop with this old excuse. How do we deal with other big games that are much more powerful, complete, complex, and demanding than The Sims 4, and yet they work very well, yet restricts us every time? Lastly, Say Yes to the Spook said, if there wasn't loading screens with 48 Sims on a lot, your computer would explode. They either have to limit the number of units/occupants or use loading screens. Absolute no, but yes responded to that saying, we are living in a crisis, which is why it is crucial that I have to access $1,000 DLC Dollhouse Simulator. Or are you struggling playing a luxury product? Pick one. I find it funny that the same people saying they can't run The Sims 4 with all these crazy stuff because they have low spec computers are the very same ones buying these packs. The Sims 4 is a very expensive game. It's for the rich, okay? This is not a game for poor people. This game is very expensive. This is $1,000+ game. Lastly, I think Simluix, I don't know if I'm saying that right, my bad. It says, do you guys have no shame? In 2008 expansion of The Sims 2, you could visit neighboring apartments without loading screens. The Sims 3 had an open world, and this direction the franchise is taking. How long will you use the performance excuse for a compromised experience? And the reason why I read those tweets was because I think from different perspectives, everyone everyone is right. I agree with all of them to a certain extent. Like, I agree with what everyone is saying. I understand every single perspective, and that's why I read those specific tweets. So basically, the reason why that this is happening obviously is because of the Sims 4's engine. I'm seeing a lot of people say, oh, EA needs to fix this engine. It doesn't work like that. Like, the engine's predetermined. Like, the Sims 4 is going to be the way it is for the next how many years this game is still going. You know, there's nothing they can do about that. And again, they set themselves up for failure, if I'm being honest, because having loading screens in a game like this makes no sense to me. I think everybody assumed that the next installment in the franchise was going to be open world. So it does feel like a step back for the people who have played the previous games. I'm not gonna lie, like, I got caught up in the hype too. Like, I was expecting something crazy. Like, this pack sounded game changing. Now, granted, yes, like, we still need to see the gameplay, because maybe the loading screens won't even be that bad. Like, maybe it'll be like 5 to 10 seconds, you know. But the Yorkshire Joe just say, like, on console, loading times are a lot longer. So I feel like for console players, the experience is probably going to be lackluster for them. Now, I saw this comment, this Twitter post saying that, like, we can't compare The Sims 4 to the previous games because other people haven't played the game, so it doesn't matter. I'm sorry, what? The Sims 4 wouldn't even exist if it wasn't for The Sims 1, The Sims 2, and The Sims 3. You can't tell me my thoughts and opinions on what should be, like, worth the money or whatever if you haven't played the previous games. You don't know what a good Sims game is. Now, with The Sims 2 Apartment Life, that is a perfect example of what I wanted to see with this pack, or what I thought was going to happen. Urban Sims did say, like, yes, but The Sims 2 doesn't have, like, a bunch of DLC and all this kit shit and, like, whatever. And that is true. And again, this is ignorance talking. I don't know how game development works, but I feel like what they should have done personally is cut down the amount of Sims that can be in one building or one unit or one lot or whatever, and make it, like, I don't know, have like 4 families of 8. Am I disappointed with this? Yes. Am I surprised that this is happening? No, because it's The Sims 4. This Sims 4 is on a trash engine, and it's going to be like that until the end of time. There's nothing we can do to change that, you know. And again, they played themselves when they did that. The loading screens really do you know, ruin the vibe. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we can already build like small little houses or villages or whatever on big lots and have up to 8 Sims live in them. For those who don't know, you can get roommates that actually help you pay the bills as long as you have an extra bed. So you can technically have a lot of Sims on your lot already. And if you get a mod, you can increase the limit of how much Sims can be on your lot. From what I gathered with this pack, it was supposed to break the barriers of city living and make everything more open. You know, knock on doors and just go through without any loading screens. And I think the biggest confusion is the fact that everything is on the one lot. So the fact that there is loading screens, I feel like, is why people are very confused. I know a lot more people are upset or disappointed or mad, but I know there's a lot of confusion with it because everything is on one lot. I feel like the advertisement, the feature of this pack was the open neighborhood stuff with like living on the same lot and like seeing them without loading screens. Like, it was supposed to be immersive. That is gone now. So it's like, I don't really understand the point of this pack. What about console players? We don't know what the loading times are going to be for them. What about someone who has a low spec PC or plays on Mac? We don't know. And technically, in a way, but not really, we can already kind of do this with like base game, and we can already get roommates. So again, I don't understand the point of this pack. I know I keep saying it, but I'm trying to like tell myself, no, it's because of this or that, but it's just like, I don't see it. So I'm really trying to just figure out the wow factor with this. Like, why would I want to buy this now? You know what I mean? The immersiveness is gone. So it's like, what else does this pack offer? I don't know. But yeah, this is all the information for today. If you guys made it to the end of this video, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching. This has been your boy Superior Simmer. Stay cool, stay awesome, stay simming, and have a good day.